All right, guys, here we are with another reaction video. This one in regards to the Airbnb collapse, the Airbnb bust. Let's see what it's all about. Here we go.
For those of you who wanted to buy a new house, get ready, because the Airbnb market is currently crashing. If we look at the Airbnb revenue from last year versus this year, they're almost down 50% in places like Tennessee and Arizona. So that means with this extreme reduction in revenue, we're going to see a lot of rental properties go on the market. Because those people who bought like 8 homes to do Airbnb in, it's no longer profitable anymore. So their homes are just going to be sitting there losing value.
First of all, this is mostly incorrect. It's interesting how they throw these ideas all in one bucket. It is no longer profitable to do Airbnb. That's not true. I have a portfolio of 18 short-term rentals, and all of them, 100% of them, are profitable. I will tell you this, the days of you launching an Airbnb in a random city where you didn't verify the numbers and you get a so-so house with no amenities, hosting small groups of people in a small population area and making profit, those days are over. So I agree, there is a lot of Airbnbs out there. Their revenue numbers have dropped. Potentially they're breaking even or maybe even losing every month. But to say that all Airbnbs are losing money is completely incorrect. I would say my least performing property is still making over $20,000 for the year in net cash flow. And I have properties in my portfolio that are making over 30, 40, and some of them even making over 50,000 of net cash flow this year because I have amazing properties in great locations with incredible amenities, hosting large groups of people. There are large populations in the cities in which I operate. And I'm telling you, 100% of my properties are in net profit. Also, I've been a real estate investor for 11 years. I have 18 properties, as I mentioned, and I've been operating since 2017. And I've also successfully coached over 3,000 students. So I have a very different track record, experience, and results than your average Joe who started an Airbnb in the pandemic with no previous experience. I've also been a business owner for 16 years since I was 20, and I have built multiple seven-figure businesses. So everything about hiring, delegating, optimizing, creating efficiency, keeping expenses low while maximizing profits. I have so much experience that I bring to the table. So it's unfair to say that this also applies to me because it doesn't. So let's continue with the video.
In 2022 and early 2023, the demand for houses was astronomical and the supply was very low, which means prices were high. But with all these Airbnb homes hitting the market soon, the supply is going to go up and the demand is going to go down, which means prices are going to go down. So if you were someone who really wanted to buy a house in 2022 and the prices were too high and you were struggling to afford it, I'd recommend you pay close attention to the housing market this year.
This is also incorrect, and here's why. I don't know the exact figure, but I looked it up a few months ago. And Airbnb, from an inventory perspective, in the US is like a 0.0006. Like, it is, Airbnb is this much of a percentage of like the whole supply. Just the fact that we have such a massive shortage of housing in the US. Yeah, I completely disagree with this.
So in 2019, I graduated high school. My friends and I were looking for a place to stay. We wanted to go on like a little bit of a getaway for a senior trip. So we found this place about 50 miles from Atlanta. Not this one exactly, by the way. This is just an example I found on the internet. But anyway, we find this place. It's around $200 for 2 nights. And that's including the cleaning fee, tax, service, every single fee. It was $200 in total. We get to this property. It's a 1-story house. It had 2 bedrooms. The host laid out like some nice towels and the presentation was amazing. Then the host also told us, hey, there's some canoes in the back and there's a lake out front. You guys are welcome to use that and go on the lake. And the lake wasn't as close as it was in this picture. It was about a 1-minute walk. Then they said, when you guys are done with your stay, make sure, clean up a bit and don't leave trash all over the place. But a cleaning crew's coming, so you guys don't have to clean too well. And the cleaning fee was $50. So we went on the canoes, explored the lake, explored the area. The area was beautiful. We were going to grill as well because there was a really nice grill in the back next to the canoes. But we were doing so many other activities, we ran out of time and we just ended up not getting to it. But absolutely phenomenal experience. And I went with 3 other people, so a total of 4. So for the entire stay, I paid $50. If you wanted that same place today, it would be triple the cost. The cleaning fee is going to be like $200 despite you cleaning the whole apartment. Not apartment, house in this case, but you know what I mean. You have to worry about hidden cameras being in your bedroom. I know it's uncommon, but it still happens. And on top of that, you got to worry about security. Because remember, where I stayed, this was like a random place in the woods. There were some people walking around, but there's no, police or security force walking around. So why would you ever stay at an Airbnb over a hotel? A hotel has security, you know you're gonna be safe when you go there. You know Holiday Inn is not putting any secret cameras in their rooms, unless it's like one rogue employee. Hotels are now cheaper than Airbnbs. That was one of the reasons I went in an Airbnb.
See, again, I just like when people put everything inside one bubble. Like, hotels are now cheaper than Airbnb. Like really, dude? Everywhere? Obviously, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. To say that hotels are cheaper, that's not true. Again, in my portfolio, our properties are typically 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1,100 square feet to like 2,200 square feet. And we usually host 8 to 12 people. And on average, we charge, say, about, call it $400 a night. To host 10 people for $400 a night is a freaking steal. Even after they pay fees like cleaning fees and transient occupancy tax, it might end up to averaging out about, call it $550 a night. But do you know how much people would pay at a hotel if there's 10 people? They're gonna need at least 5 rooms. And if the average room is like $250, you're talking about $1,250 plus a 23% occupancy. Now they're paying about $1,500, so they're paying almost triple. So again, depending on the host and their experience and what they're offering, hotels could be cheaper. But in my experience, my Airbnbs are way less expensive than staying at a stinky hotel. Plus, in my Airbnbs, they all get to be under one roof and they don't have to be separated. They can have a better experience at a fraction of the cost. Again, that's my response. If you guys have any other videos that you guys want me to react to, please drop them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on Instagram where I post every single day. Peace.